lot of player movement so far in the NBA this offseason between trades and free agency. DeJounte Murray traded to the Hawks. Rudy Gobert landing on the Timberwolves roster. John Wall signing with the Clippers. Malcolm Brogdon traded to the Celtics. Those are a few of some of the bigger headlines just so far. Shannon, in your opinion, what's the best move that's been made so far this offseason?
I forgot about that one move that you just mentioned at the end. I went with DeJounte Murray, all things being equal. I like the Brogdon move, Skip, because I think it does fill a role. But, Skip, I love DeJounte Murray going to the Hawks because he gives them a second scoring option, a guy that can create his own shot. He can facilitate for other guys. We saw in the playoffs against Miami, when the Miami Heat defense suffocated Trey, no one else could really create anything. Nobody could create for themselves or create their own shots. And so now we bring a second guy. He's a bigger guard. He's a better, Skip, Trey is a little on the small side.
Thank you.
He is a little, defensively, he's not he's not Pat Bev on the defensive end. So, he can struggle in that area at times. Now we bring a bigger guard in who's a better defender, who can create his own shot. He can give you 20 a night, and he can facilitate. So even if, you take, obviously you're going to play them together, but when one of those guys go out, DeJounte Murray can just slide over to the point and play the point. And when, Trey can play the two, so they're vice versa. But I also love the Brogdon pick, Skip. We talked about this a lot during the playoffs. He's a better point than Marcus Smart. And give you what he can give you as far as scoring consistently and playmaking for the other guys, because I just thought it was too hard in clutch situations. The shots that they were trying to get off. Your point guard got to give you easier shots than that. He's got to put Jaylen Brown. He's got to put Jason Tatum in an easier position. They shouldn't have to go one-on-one or one-on-one to create their own shots. And I know Marcus Smart was tweeting, we don't need no point outlet, yada, yada. Yeah, you do. You do need it. And they were well with it. Well, Boston thought they needed it. Don't matter what you think. The front office thought you needed a point guard. So I'll take DeJounte Murray and I'll take Malcolm Brogdon as the two big right now.
Two answers
I got two
for one question.
Yep.
I will go with sweetest pickup was by far Malcolm Brogdon.
Okay.
Because he has a cool hand and a level head.
Yes.
He is a real, live, credible point guard that they did not have.
And I think he won Rookie of the Year. Wasn't he Rookie of the Year?
He will turn them into a credible basketball team that they were not in the NBA Finals. And they acquired him without giving up
They gave up bubblegum wrappers and baseball cards, and not good ones.
Thank you. Which brings me to your co-pick.
You mad?
I think you just admitted that this was an indictment of Trae Young, because they just went out and got a bigger, better defender than Trae Young. That they got another Trae Young who's better than Trae Young.
No, he's not better than Trae Young.
Yes, he is.
No, he's not.
Why would you go get a 6'4" guy who's now your point guard?
Skip.
I think Trae just became your sort of quasi two guard.
First of all, Trae is a two guard.
Yeah.
But Skip, your guy did average 10 assists. So it's hard for what two guard has ever averaged 10 assists in a game. Well, he's a point guard. And I told you when he was
DeJounte averaged 9 assists.
Skip, I'm not.
And DeJounte averaged half the turnovers that Trae did, because Trae led the league in turnovers. So I think you just confessed.
No, I did not.
You just admitted.
Aren't two better than one?
Ice Trae is actually Mice Trae.
Skip, aren't two better than one? Teams are trying to get 2, 3 players to pair together as opposed to one, because what we've seen, the days of one guy leading you somewhere isn't very good. Why do Kevin Durant's trying to get out of Brooklyn because he doesn't want to be alone. He doesn't want to be Ben Simmons. Doesn't seem like anybody's really enthused about playing with Ben Simmons. Kyrie's like, nah, I want to go. KD says, no, I want to go. And looks like they're about to leave Ben Simmons with T.J. Warren and Royce O'Neal and whomever else gets left in Brooklyn. But Skip, no, this is not a...
Trae Young were really that guy, then the Atlanta Hawks wouldn't be saying, we could get DeJounte Murray?
Skip,
Seriously?
Skip.
You'd say we don't need him.
Skip.
We got him.
Skip, if you look at it, the Celtics drafted Jaylen Brown, and then they took Jason Tatum.
But you need 2 wings. You don't need 2 point guards.
Get out 2-point guard. DeJounte Murray can play the 2. He's perfectly suited for the 2.
He's pure point.
He ain't no pure point. He can play the 2.
He's a 2 guard. A point guard. And he's not a shooter. Neither is Trae, although he got better at shooting this year. But he is high.
Trae Young is a scorer.
Yeah.
He's a scorer. DeJounte is a more efficient player. He's going to do – both guys can get to the basket. DeJounte can finish a little better above the rim. Trey is mainly a float guy, you know, throw the lob to Clint Capella. We'll see if Capella's still there. But you look at this team. Young is 23. Murray is 25. DeAndre Hunter, 24. John Collins, 24. This is a young team. Now, they've made the playoff the last 2 years, went to the Eastern Conference Finals 2 years ago. They right there. Right there.
I think they saw what I didn't see in Trae Young, and they said, we got to go get
a two-time All-Star?
else.
You didn't see a two-time All-Star?
Yeah. I saw a guy who got shut down by Ben Simmons, and then he got really shut down by the entire, well, mostly P.J. Tucker, but by the entire Miami Heat team.
Has San Antonio ever made the playoffs?
Have they ever?
Have they ever made the playoffs with DeJounte Murray on the roster?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They have. They lost to Denver in the first round.
They lost to the Western Conference Finals? Oh. They also lost in the first round?
Yeah.
Trae Young took his team to the finals, Eastern Conference Finals.
And then what happened?
So now Giannis happened. The guy that did that number on your guy in his house.
He's not that guy.
He not. You're right. I agree with you. He's not that guy.
He's Maestre.
We got to leave it here, guys. Credit to Boston for seeing where their deficiencies were in the finals and going out and trying to address it. All right, up next, did Joey Chestnut prove he's one of the greatest athletes of all time? I guess we have double-digit championships. You should be in the conversation. I don't know.
Yes.
That's coming.
Brooklyn.